Hey, it's getting to the end of March, and I had to get a head start on planting, so I have the greenhouse to plant in. Stay tuned. I'll share with you guys what I have growing in the greenhouse. It's more than plants, more than vegetables. Yeah, we'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I'm so pleased that you guys chose to tune in to see what's going on here on the homestead. Because after all, my channel is about my life, homesteading. Primarily it's homesteading, farming, hobbies, my hobbies and my passions, and a little bit of filmmaking and other things. The other things entails, well, the farming. I have a greenhouse and a garden. The garden I'm getting ready to, well, I bought some stuff. I'll be planting these in the garden here pretty quick. I got onion sets, I got garlic sets, and I got potatoes. And I'll be starting those in the garden this week. But I got a lot of work to do, and I need to get some work done. I mean, I need to get the fluff off. That's what happens with a bar or a bear that goes through winter. Comes out of hibernation. Then it's time to get busy and build the guns. Anyway, greenhouse. More than just growing plants. I've got a Chicozy incubator right here. Check out that video that I feature the Chicozy incubator in. I've been collecting eggs from the hen house. I'm down to one hen that's actually laying. I have 4 hens and 1 rooster. So I've been hatching eggs. I've got duck eggs in here also. I've got 2 other incubators I'll be setting up here pretty soon, and then using those as brooders. So speaking of brooders, yeah, I'm using the greenhouse for a brooder. I hatched some chicks. I had them right after they hatched. I kept them in incubator or a brooder for a couple of days. Then I moved them over into an external brooder for a couple of days, or about a week. Now they got feathered out. They're starting to get feathered out. So I put a heat lamp down on the floor, and I'm letting the chicks run around on the floor in the greenhouse. They can get the bugs in here, and they can get all the exercise. Now I've been bonding with the chicks and feeding them treats so they get accustomed to me, so they're not afraid of me, because they're going to be, well, they're going to be basically my pets because they're going to be rewarding me with butt nuggets. Some of y'all call it cackleberries. And I've heard it called recently, never heard this before until recently, rooster bullets. Yeah, well, this is these chicks that I got 3 of them, got more coming. Stay tuned for that. So the greenhouse is more than just sprouting food crops. So let me show you the food crops. So primarily this is where all the business end of it is going on right now. Up here I have bush beans that are growing that I've started, and yes, they're growing. Look at them. I'm very pleased. Over here I have a whole tray of pickling cucumbers. I like that. We're going to be making a lot of pickles this year, and these are primarily pickling cucumbers. We'll be growing them on the trellises out here in the garden once the weather clears up and is more accommodating to these vegetables. That's how come I got an early start in the greenhouse this year. Peas, got lots, a whole tray of peas. They're going, and then I've got a tray that has a variety of stuff. I have cabbage back here. I have zucchini, 2 kinds of zucchini, golden zucchini, round zucchini. I have fairy tale pumpkin. I have small pumpkin. Then I have summer squash. I have basil. Basil is coming up. Dill. Everything's coming up except for the loofah. The loofah is not coming up. It would be nice if I get loofah so I can exfoliate. Yeah. Anyway, another tray is I have two types of tomatoes. I have what they call a rainbow variety of tomatoes. They're all coming up. All the seeds I planted, very good. Yeah, I have good quality seeds this year. They're coming up. I have Roma tomatoes coming up all back here also. And in the very back, I have 4 pots of broccoli and 4 pots of peppers. And guess what? They're all coming up. We've been having really nice weather, especially in this greenhouse, that we've been able to accomplish getting a start. Over here in this last tray of vegetables in the back, we have melons, 2 types of melons. Then we have tomatillos, fennel, rainbow Swiss chard, and collard greens. I've never had collard greens before. I don't know what they taste like. I had the seeds, so I might as well just grow them and figure out how to cook them, if you use them as salad, if you blanch them. I'm thinking, you know, I might cook them up like a spinach and blanch them in a cast iron skillet with some butter and garlic. Yeah. Why don't I do that? And then over here, I have all these mums that are getting ready to go outside. I think we have a storm moving in right now, and I'm hesitating a bit putting anything outside until the storm passes. At least until after April 1st, I'll hesitate at putting anything outside. Then over here, I planted mums from seed because I harvested seed from mum plants that had grown in my greenhouse or in my garden earlier. And I saved back the seed, and I'm trying to grow those. I have 1 pot that's showing evidence of growing. Not sure if it's mum. It could be a weed, because this is soil that I actually harvested from my worm bin. Yeah, I got vermiculture in here too. So like I said, it's not all just vegetables. We got chickens growing in here. Well, they're brooding out. I think they'll be in here for another week or 2, and then I'll put them out in a cage in the hen house and let them and the hens acclimate to them, because I don't want to turn them loose right away. We need to establish a pecking order. There's a certain politics that goes on in a hen house, and you guys got to really pay attention to those politics, because these birds have a hierarchy. They have a pecking order. They'll establish that pecking order. So you want to be sure that everybody is accommodated and accustomed to each other before you actually turn them loose into the general population. Now, another plant I'm growing out here is not edible. They're house plants. Unfortunately, these are not doing well in the house because I don't have a whole lot of light available in the house. And this type of plant needs a lot of light. So I went ahead and moved them out here in the greenhouse. And let me tell you, they are thriving now. I had the leaves dying and falling off in the house. I brought them out here, started feeding them and watering them stuff. They're getting the light they need. And boy, they are thriving. So I might have to repot them. That'd be cool if they got developed into trees. What's nice about this is the water barrels. These are full of water, and we painted them black, or I didn't paint them black. Misty Rainey provided these water barrels and painted them black, and she and my daughter built the greenhouse for us from, yeah, you guys wouldn't recognize the name. She's on Discovery Channel and Animal Planet. And they built the greenhouse for us in our episode, Honey, I Torched a Homestead, in Season 2, Episode 2. Anyway, I hit a sale at the end of the year at Walmart. In the garden department, I brought home a bunch of plants. Well, this plant I bought also on sale. It's a house plant. It's in the greenhouse. It has to be in the greenhouse because this thing is now blooming. And unfortunately, I found out my wife is highly allergic to this. she had some really bad adverse reactions to this as it was blooming. And so I moved it out in the greenhouse. Unfortunately, she can't come out here now because this is growing out here. The only way she can come out here is if I move the plant outside and we don't have the odor in, because this plant I know she is allergic to. I don't know. This is a plant. Let's see what it is. It is a. It doesn't say what it is. Oh, here it is. Diaphanboschia maculata. This plant right there. And that's the price I paid for it. But anyway, it's out here in the greenhouse now. Thriving, I should say. And I don't mind one bit. Well, that's in anticipation of what's going to go in the garden. I have turnips to grow. A lot of seeds have to be direct sowed. So I have to go out and work the garden beds here pretty soon and get them ready. But I'm not doing those until after April. About the middle of the first week of April is when I'll start doing that. Because, mind you, we live high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest, and the weather gets a little wonky up here at this elevation. So living up here as long as I have, I paid attention to what my environment does from month to month, year to year, and that way I accommodate my growing to what happens in this Oregon's microclimate. Yeah, wherever you guys live, pay attention to your microclimates. Because if you just buy a new place and you start planting whatever, it may not work out for you. Big waste of time. Just take a couple of years like I did and pay attention to what the microclimate is in your spot, your site. Because we live in a little tiny valley tucked way up in the mountains. And it's pretty isolated. I mean, we don't even have cell signal up here. No TV signal. It's kind of nice in a way. It really is. Well, that's all I have to say about that. I'm Jerry Hansen, your host. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. Please stay tuned to more adventures. You could do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Hey, give us a thumbs up. Check out my other channel, Southern Oregon Safaris, where the buffalo roam. Been busy over there. We've been creating a lot of bee swarm traps. I've done 10 of them so far. We're going to catch a swarm. I guarantee it. We're going to catch a swarm somehow. 10 swarms traps set up throughout this little valley. Stay tuned for that. Be safe. Always be kind. I'll see you guys in my next adventure. Bye-bye.